Dia div, agus falcha godi, Terra Incogweirdo moclargus. Hello and welcome to Tarot Incogweirdo, my friends, and another edition of Tarot Incogweirdo. We have a missing persons case in the Terra Incogweirdo house today. My most beloved moderator, Purple Mommy, and Incogweirdo Magella have a very intense situation going on. They have a relation down in their home country of Australia who's in big trouble. You guys may have heard of this, and I'm gonna read it to you now. Desi Freeman, a 56-year-old man from Victoria, Australia, accused of shooting and killing 2 police officers and injuring a third at a rural property in Porepunkah on August 26, 2025. Please excuse me if I pronounce the name of that location incorrectly. Freeman, a self-proclaimed sovereign citizen with a history of animosity towards government and law enforcement, fled the scene and is the subject of a major manhunt in the region. Authorities are searching for him in the treacherous terrain surrounding his property, which is characterized by snow-capped peaks and fog. Who is Desi Freeman? Freeman is a 56-year-old man from Victoria, Australia, known for his adherence to the sovereign citizen ideology, anti-authority views. He has a long history of conflict with the law and authorities, frequently expressing extreme views and calling the police terrorist thugs and friggin' Nazis. COVID-19 pandemic. His behavior became erratic during the pandemic, and he refused to comply with public health matters. Okay, so Desi shot some and killed some policemen, which is absolutely horrible, and my heart goes out to the families of those men. And what we're going to try to do today, because Desi is an experienced Bushman, and he could literally go for years out there with no one finding him. So on a request from the family, we're going to try to find Desi. So we know he's out there in the bush somewhere, and because he's an experienced Bushman, my thinking would be that he would be very unlikely to be staying in the same place for very long. So I have a feeling that he probably has a main area where he stages from and probably goes to and from that spot to other spots. So if there was a likely spot to find Desi out there in the bush, where would that be? Where is the most likely place to find Desi Freeman out in the Australian bush? Okay, let's see what we can find. Alright, this card put into the side because I'm not sure where you want to be. Do you want to be on the bottom of this or the top of this? Okay, I'm just going to leave you there for the moment. Okay, I'm doing this a little different. I'm going to lay it out like I would normally lay out a star spread in front of me instead of in a line along here, and I will hold the cards up. I'm going to put all the cards down first, and then I will hold them up as I go forth and I read them. Okay, let's bring these down a little bit. so it can be seen. Okay, so nature of the question is fire, and it means burning your bridges. So by this act, Desi has effectively burned his bridges from society, and even though he was living on the fringes of society in terms of like the sovereign citizen movement, now all the connections he's had with society and being able to reap any benefits of being part of society are gone because he burned his bridges. So that's nature of the question. Reason for asking, or point of interest, is because he committed acts of violence, and that's why we're looking for him. All right, so factors to be considered is Lotus reversed. So this is maybe gonna describe to us maybe where he is, or something about his state of mind. So the tendency is to be too inward looking. And it indicates a fragmentation of personality and a tendency towards it's reversed, towards introversion. Okay. And also that the effort that he's putting in, it's just indicating that the effort that he's put into this path in life has essentially been a waste of time. So this isn't really telling us much about where he is. Hopefully we will get something here, and solution, advice, or comment given, and we have Ankh reversed. So Ankh is the key to life, or the life force, and it literally can mean a life taker, so that's a good description. An imbalance of personality, all true. Withdrawal from society, indeed. It says this may merely constitute a warning unless the inquirer's negative living habits are rectified. He or she could encourage an earlier than expected visit from the Grim Reaper. Oh dear. Okay. Well, I think that's sort of what they're expecting. The family doesn't seem to be expecting Desi to survive through this. They think he's gonna push the situation until he achieves death by law enforcement, which seems to be the case. Okay, so the outcome, all right, so that's advice, solution, advice, or comment given. Now, the outcome of where he is, maybe this indicates maybe not what people were thinking, but the outcome is pyramid, okay? And that always indicates a structure, okay? And a structure of some sort. And it also indicates that Desi has the know-how to keep himself hidden for quite a while. Okay. So, it's this time we'll sort it all out. So it does mean that Desi will eventually be found. But what I'm seeing here is that, you know, maybe he's not actually roughing it like out on the land, that he's actually got structures out there that he can go to. Can you please give us more description on where this structure indicated by pyramid might be? Okay, so Anubis is navigation through troubled waters. So to me, okay, so Anubis is the god that guides souls through the underworld. And what I get off of Anubis, okay, is that it's a difficult, very difficult trek to get to this place, because Anubis is the god that guides people through the underworld. You could be looking for places that include names like hell or Hades or something, you know, of that nature. Anubis is literally navigation through troubled water. So my feeling is that this structure, and I feel like he's had a bunch of structures in place out there in the bush for a while. This may be more of a secretive one, or the one that's the hardest to get to of all of the places that Desi might have out there in the outback for whatever his various purposes are. So my feeling is that it's a very hard journey to get there. It involves a difficult water crossing, especially this time of year, because it's the end of winter in Australia. And I know they got I feel like they got some snow in those mountains. I'm not sure, that was probably further north on the northern coast. But in any case, it's a very difficult spot to get to. And this is just I just wanted another hint as to where it might lay. And Buckle of Isis, let's see, reversed. If he has any place that he calls the coop, that could be a clue. The coop. Okay, and another indication that I'm getting is this might be a place where he has tried to propagate plants, where he's tried to perhaps grow food to see if he could live off the land. This could be one of those places. Okay, well, that's what I'm getting right now. And also, like Anubis, I just want to comment that Anubis also indicates what I was thinking, that he's like on the move. He's not just settling down in one area, in one place and staying there. So we're looking for structures that he may have built in the past. He's moving from place to place, and the area would be a place where he tried at some point to live off the grid, but it didn't work out because of remoteness and perhaps environmental factors, like the weather was too intense, or maybe that river crossing to get there made it too inaccessible. So these are the things I'm seeing, and if there is anything else that I can read, and this is to Purple Mommy and Magella and all of your family, if you guys have any more specific questions for me to help you hopefully find Desi, please let me know. I'm happy to help you. I do anything for my Purple Mommy and my Magella. I love you both very much, and I pray for somehow a positive outcome for you and your family, and I hope that no one else, especially Desi's immediate family, gets taken down for what Desi has done. And again, prayers for the family of the police officers, prayers for the police officers themselves, their family, and their friends. Yeah, this is a horrible, horrible situation. Okay, well, that's going to be it for right now. Regarding Desi Freeman, we might be back with more readings about Desi. So, yeah, it's a very intense situation. So I'm just gonna wrap it up with all the normal. If you have any questions for my tarot cards or stories that you want me to tell on the station, send them to me at my Gmail, terraincogweirdo@gmail.com. And I pray for love and light and good things for all of you, and blessings to Purple Mommy and Magella and their family in this difficult time. Thanks for being here with us today, here on Terra Incogweirdo, the land where para is normal, and we will see you next time. Until then, bring the light and fly your freak flag high. All right, guys, I love you very much, and I'll see you next time. Slan, go fall.